Hi, I'm Joanna DeCellis, editor of CNRB's Chef to Chef magazine. I'm here today with Michael Arms, executive chef of Hound Golf Club. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your club.
We're a very small club. We have about 330 members just outside of Boone and Blowing Rock area, mountains of North Carolina, western North Carolina. It's been around since 1965. Okay. It's a typical mountain golf club. Beautiful scenery, quite a few holes. You have a beautiful shot of Grandfather Mountain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
what about the food and beverage operation? How big is it?
We do about $1 million in sales,
okay.
Total. Mm-hmm. I think we're probably somewhere in the 65, 35, 65 a la carte, 35 banquets.
Okay.
It's busy. Have a small staff.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been there?
This will be my 5th season.
Okay.
So we're a seasonal club too. We're only open from the last week of April until New Year's Eve.
Tell me about your style of cuisine. What do you like to cook?
Everything, but I've been quite a few places. I personally like the smaller plate, progressive tasting menu format. Mm-hmm. Although that's my training and a lot of my experience in the freestanding restaurant world. I try to bring that to the club, but generally a new American. Okay. I do a lot of foraging as well, so I try to incorporate things that are ultra local, as best
like
I can. Ramps. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of lobster mushrooms, chanterelles. There's ground cherries. You have quite a few different things. Cattail root. You name it.
Yeah. How did you get into foraging?
1994. Someone took me out just on a lark in Charleston. They'd never been. Let's go foraging because we work in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went out and picked 50 pounds of chanterelles the first day.
Wow.
And he didn't keep on doing it. I did.
Yeah.
So that was a long time because I've been, everywhere I've lived, I've kind of gone out in the woods and found and looked. And
so when you find something, what do you then bring it back into the kitchen and come up with a cool way to use it?
Generally,
Tell me about some of the things that you've come up with.
Well, last year we do a chef sponsored event where we do a primitive cooking class. Okay. And a foraging cooking class. So I take 2 van loads of members out to one of my secret spots and allow them to spend 30, 40, however long they want picking mushrooms, and we talk and I show them how I do it. And I've already picked some back at the site, and we go back to this little like camping area beside the Watauga River, and we got beer can chickens going around the campfire, and watercress, wild watercress. I would harvest some of that and do watercress salad with grilled trout and brie, and I do everything right there for them while they loved it.
I'm sure they go crazy for it.
Yeah, and Mr. Vance, our general manager, is a huge fan of that and insisted that I do as many of those as I can fit into my schedule.
How many can you fit in?
Well, I had to do 2 last year.
Okay.
And it was a challenge.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty busy.
Right.
and short-staffed. So. Yeah, made it more difficult.
Very cool. So this is your first time coming to Chef?
Yes, it is.
So why did you decide to come this year?
At the behest of my general manager, Mr. Vance, said that as a club chef I should experience this because it's an information well, and it's proved to be that. Yeah. And I've learned a lot, met a lot of interesting people, and I picked up quite a few things that I think will help me in my position.
So Mr. Vance, he supports, obviously, he's a huge supporter of club and resort business. What value does he see in you coming to this conference?
Well, I think he recognizes the fact that the conference will help enrich the member guest experience and raise the bar for us just through association and just the information that kind of comes into our world via the conference, which I can already see. I have a notebook and I've kept notes.
Some good ideas.
Yeah, and everywhere I've eaten since I've been on this excursion.
So would you say that the out of conference, the networking and the going out in the local scene is as important as what's happening inside the classrooms?
I think 60-40 for me. I think I've gotten at least 60% of like what I probably will take with me here in this building.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very appreciative of it. I'm
Nice.
so glad I came, and I will definitely do next year because
Awesome.
hopefully I'll get more.
Right. Thanks for spending some time with us today, Chef. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely.